Okay, I'm live again. Will somebody jump in here and let me know if the sound is any better? I gotta post the link. New link. Control V. This is so tiring. I wish it didn't happen like this. Link. Enter. Edit. Link. Link. Open new window. Update. Okay. Join. I'm gonna kill this one. New link, and I'm gonna write part 2. Part 2. I'm gonna go over here. Anybody listening to me better? Okay, are we back to normal? Hopefully. All right, I'm gonna go post this. Update. We'll see how many people manage to make it back. I should mention that every single time. Update and view. Oh, let's see. Seems to have cleared up. Yes, better. Sound is good. Okay, so we're back in business. Boy, that makes me frustrated. Okay. Click here, make sure it's going to open up. All right, so part 2. Okay. Absolutely no reason why that would happen except somewhere between my house and YouTube and your house, it gets clogged up, and here we are. So we'll wait a minute or so, and then we'll just jump back at it. I know, boo. Right? We're lucky to have it where any of this work at all, but. Oh, I hate that. It makes me so. It just completely takes me out of my game. Let's have a cup of coffee. Let's take a minute to take a rest. All right, eat some ice cream. All right, shoot. It was not the fan. Welcome back, much better. All right, good. All right, so we'll wait just one more minute, and then we'll get everybody. We'll just start with whoever comes back. We have been generally speaking, fairly lucky with not having too many of these blow apart. It does seem to blow apart a little bit more here when I'm at the house than it does over at the studio. I think it may have something to do with upload speeds. Over at the studio, I have 200 megabits, and here at the house I only have 17, but you're only supposed to need 2 in order to do it. So that would be my only thing that I could think of would cause the challenges that we face. Outside of that, I have no idea why all of a sudden it just stops working. So I apologize. All right, well, we got to have about half the people back, and that's about usually what happens after the break. People are like, whatever, I'm out. So, all right, Ashgrove, we'll run through it today, and then just be prepared. Tomorrow we'll play through the whole thing again, just for those people who didn't get a chance to hang in there today. All right, we are back in business. Let's see. Jack, it was this everything was going great till we closed the lid on this. Let's see, Jetta, if you are able to set a stream delay like 1 minute, you can avoid some of that. Don't know how that'll impact the play along. Well, we don't really do play-alongs anyway, right? You do whatever you play along with me, but we don't play along with each other. Generate, that's a fascinating thing, a 1 minute delay on the stream. I do know that we have a pretty significant delay on the streams automatically because it's very normal for me to finish playing and say, how'd you do? And then I have to wait about 15, 20 seconds before people start telling me how they did, right? So I do know there's already a stream built in, but I don't know how to set. It's amazing how few settings are available in this YouTube interface. I'm always amazed how little we have control over, but I'll look into it. Thank you for that suggestion. And Jack, I'll try to keep smiling. Okay, April, welcome in. Glad you're here. Okay, so we had a little bit of a hiccup there. What are you going to do? Ashgrove, you got, especially if you're a music teacher, I think this is where I left off. I don't know. If you're a music teacher, you got lots and lots of choices here. We got plenty of things going. I know where we are. We were redoing the the repeats. That's the important part. You're reading along. First thing you see is I. That's a pickup note into measure 1. Okay, and so we're now at measure 1. And you notice there's a double bar with 2 dots. That's a forward repeat. That tells you you're going to come back here at some point and play from here again. The other thing that gives you a hint on that you're going to be coming back here is you have lyrics, right? You have 3 sets of lyrics. So the chances are you're coming back to this spot 3 different times. The other thing that you should notice is there's that wiggly S up above, right next to number 1, right next to measure number 1, that fancy S thing, that's called a senyo. That's another thing that's involved with coming back here and using repeats. So all of that stuff there's a whole bunch of stuff in that first measure that says, I'm going to be coming back here a few times, okay? So then you're going to play through, you see, all right, and we like to have lots of verses because that means we, as musicians, as instrumentalists, we don't have to learn this section over and over and over. In modern music, you end up, Sound of Silence by Simon & Garfunkel is the best example I know. The song is basically the same 6 times in a row, but it changes just enough every time that you can't just put 6 verses underneath the same music. And so you end up with 6 pages instead of 1 page to play what it amounts to the same thing over and over and over again, but they change it just a little bit each time. The Beatles are also notorious for that. About the song kind of feels like it repeats a lot, but it doesn't really repeat, and so you end up with having all kinds of extra pages. Hey, thanks for coming back, Pauline. We got most of you guys back. A few of them are when sound gets super wonky, I don't have a ton of control over it, and usually restarting it works. So I'll start remembering to tell you guys that at the beginning of the broadcast. Okay, so when we get to measure 8, here's the important things. You see measure 8, it says a 1 with a bracket of it. That means you're going to play into that on the first time you come through and no other times. Okay, so you're only going to play measure 8 1 time, but you're going to play measure 7 3 times. Okay, at the end of measure 8, you see that return, the backward repeat bar, and that's that double bar with the 2 dots. That means you're going to go back up to wherever the forward repeat bar is. In this case, it's at measure 1. So we're going to play 1 through 8, then we're going to go back and we're going to play 1 through 7 again. When we get to measure 8, we're going to skip over to measure 9, and notice it says you can play this the second time through. And interestingly, that's the only time we're going to play it. So we're going to play down through there. The lyrics also help you out here. There's only 1 set of lyrics, so you're only going to play it 1 time through. When you get to measure 17, you're going to go back, and it says DS al coda there. And so that means de senyo al coda. Go to the senyo and play to the coda. Okay, and codas typically, and I think you should always almost come with a pair. You run into one coda, you're going to jump over and go to the next coda. But don't think about that yet because that doesn't apply. DSL coda. Go to the senyo and play to the coda. So when you get to the end of 17, you're going to jump back all the way to the senyo, which is above measure 1. We're going to play down through measure 7. And this time, that's when the coda comes into play. You're going to see that coda right there at the end of measure 7. You're going to be like, oh, there's my coda. I got to jump to wherever the other coda is. And that coda, it's a little bullet sign with the hash. What am I trying to say? You guys know when you look through the scope, those hairlines. Hairlines? Is that what they're called? The little in there. Then you're going to jump all the way to measure 18. Notice at measure 18, you have a fermata at that first note. Me. Yes, they do. So be ready to stop or to really slow down when we get to measure 18 to play that last note. Okay? A lot of jumping around. When we play it together now, I will tell you how I will give you help as we go through. Okay? So, crosshair, that's what I'm trying. Thank you. Thank you, guys. See, interesting. That's at least a 30-second delay. So, Jetta, I think I'm already got a 30-second delay at least. So, bummer. All right. How are we doing on time? We're doing fine. So, we're going to play through it. Just the melody, 1 time through. Then we'll go through and play a tough uke. Okay, so play with me melody. If you know you got the melody down and you're absolutely positive you're going to have no problems playing this melody, why don't you try playing chords, right? Anytime I'm playing a portion that you know, I got no problem with that. You play something different, okay? And if you're a chord player, right, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All of those are choices. Try to always be pressing a little bit further. Whatever you can do well, I don't need you to do more of that, right? I need you to do whatever you do well when you're ready to go to performance, when you're getting on stage and everybody's going to be looking at you and you're going to be collecting a check for $5,000 at the end of the night. That's when you play the stuff you know. But when you're sitting in your house and you're staring at a laptop, play the parts that you're not so sure you're that great at, right? It's okay to make mistakes. We don't get better unless we make mistakes in music, okay? And thank you all for crosshairs. Hair's thing, right? God. Those of you who are younger, your brain will work until you're 53. At the day you turn 53, it's just not there anymore. I don't know where it goes, but it's just not there. Just a melody. Okay, if you want to play chords or you want to play Tough Uke, you can. We will play Tough Uke before we get out of here. From the top, 1, 2, 3, 3, 7. Oh, I'm going to start again. I look down. I know that's a 7, but I play too many instruments, and so sometimes I doubt whether my dots are where they're supposed to be. Let's start again. 1, 2, 3, 3, 7, 10, 8, 7, 3, 3, 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 2, 3, back to 1, 3, 3, 7, 10, 8, 7, 3, 3, 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 2, skip over to 9, 3, 7, 8, 10, 7, 8, 10, 12, 10, 8, 8, 8, 5, 7, 8, 10, 8, 7, 5, 7, 3, 5, 7, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 10, 9, 10. Back to the top. 3, 3, 3, 7, 10, 8, 7, 3, 3, 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 7, 5, 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, 3, 3, 2. Skip all the way to the coda and measure 18 and play that. Go. 3, 0, 3, 3. Okay. So I butchered it up a little bit, but the cool part is you are all over this fretboard, right? You're going to have to really be on your game when you're playing melody to be able to say, all right, I've got to get my positional playing very clean. I did not, and that's why I was making a ton of mistakes. Hey, when I'm at 7, I either got to be in 7th position to get all the way up to 10. I may end up playing in actually physically in 9th position. I don't necessarily know if you need to do that, but for sure 7 to play to 10, and then your pinky's going to jump up here to 12, and then you're going to be flying all the way into these 5s and 3s and lots of cool stuff showing up there. Beautiful melody just going all up and down your fretboard. A lot of work. All right, and we played the whole thing with the correct repeats. Now, wrap it up today. We're going to play the chord melody part. If you're a guitarist, already written out for you, right? Most of us took our guitars, put them under the bed, and they're still there. They should stay under there approximately 20 years, and then you bring them out, you take about 6 months with their lessons, and then you put it right back under there. Okay, that's how guitar works. In ukulele, we just play it every day until it falls apart. Okay, from the top, we're going to go slow. I'll probably stop a few places and talk about what's interesting about that. From the top, 1, 2, 3, strum, 7, 10, 8, strum, 3, 3. This is that D minor on 5 with your ring finger on 7. Strum that. Pinky, 5, 8, 7, 5, 3, G7, strum, 3, 2, nice strum here, strum, 7, 5, 3, 2, D minor, strum, 1, oh, G7, but do a G chord instead, strum, 3, 2, and then that C. Now notice I've given you this C, both of these threes down, okay? The question I have for you is, do you know why that's a C, okay? This is a C, this is a C, right? There's a G note here, so if we hold this one down, we get C, I'm sorry, G, C, E, C. But if we hold them both down, you get G, C, G, C. Pretty stable, right? Really kind of a rock, not kind of, it is a rock power chord. All right, we'll go back up to measure 1, and now we're going to play straight through. It's our second time through, so skip measure 8 when you get there. 1, 2. Go to measure 9, go. You had this crazy 10, you got a bar on 10, I'm sorry, you don't have a bar on 10. You have to do a 9, and then you have to wrap all these fingers around here like that. Yeah, so 9 is there, 10, 10, 10. So it's not a bar chord. Well, it technically is a bar chord. It's a movable chord. It's just you're not going to grab your bar is the 9. Okay, so grab that and hit all of those. Okay, doesn't that sound cool? Now you have a bar on 7 with your middle on 8. 5, 7, 8, 10. And back to the 8. Hit the 5. And then go to your, this crazy chord here. This is an A minor. 4, 5, 5, and 7. It's an F sharp shape on 4. Go grab your 3. And then go grab that 4 again. 4, 5, 5, 7. And then hit the 5. G7, 10, 9. And then 10, 10, 10, 11. That's a lot. There's a whole bunch of stuff going on there. None of it is brutal. All of it is going to be really put yourself in a pickle if you're playing too fast. Okay, so that's another message from this song is don't try to play this thing like you're bombing through it because you're going to end up with a pickle when you get down to that mean stuff. Then you go down the 2 3s, and then we go all the way back to measure 1. Okay, go grab those. To the coda, let it hold it for a second, and then so it's a lot. Okay, let's go back through it one last time. We got 1 minute to do it. Let's see how we do. From the top all the way through, no stopping. 1, 2. To the top. To the top. Measure 18. Okay, so iffy part on my job, iffy job on my part, but you got the idea. I think those of you guys have been around a while, you know that these more complex chords are what separates you from the pack, right? Everybody knows their C chord, everybody knows their A chord, everybody knows their F chord. Not everybody, lots of people, but nobody knows A minor as the F sharp minor as an A minor chord on the fourth fret, right? And it's one of those things where you're like, yeah, that's that F sharp minor moved up on four. That's why we learn bar chords. That's why Gary is always hammering on us about playing up the neck, and so the piece ends up being super complex and super beautiful if we can get it. I will play it again tomorrow, so you have today to sort of mess around with it. I love the melody. I love the chord structure. I love everything about this song. Don't love the repeats necessarily, but it keeps it on 2 pages. So there's that. And a couple moments in it are really challenging. And I love the fact that you're doing a 10, 9, 10, 10. That one is wow. Again, that's a fancy version of the F sharp shape, F sharp minor shape. And so all of that is going to keep you on your toes. We're working through book 2. This is the first song. This won't be the first song. This will be later in the book, but this is one of the songs in the book 2 that we'll be putting together. And thank you guys for just, playing through this stuff a lot, asking me questions, finding out if you see typos or whatever. I think this one's solid. I think it plays pretty well, and we'll keep going at that. So let's see, couple questions are, so anyway, and also thank you guys for dealing with the hiccup. Well, I got to remember every day for a while until we make sure that it's YouTube and not me to warn people about that. All right, thank you. Target crosshairs. Thank you for the crosshairs. You guys were on it. All right, have a wonderful day, guys. Susan, I'll see you later. Chris, you bet. April, thank you. I am slowly getting better at chord melody and super simple songs, so this really helped. I have to sign on now. Yeah, glad you found us too, April. Thanks for being here. Good to keep at it. It'll turn out to be a great thing to do the rest of your life. I promise. It works out wonderful. Chris, have a great day. Patty, good to see you. Laurel, I'm going to have to upgrade my notebook. 100 printed songs is the max. Oh, that's true, right? Don't upgrade your notebook. Get 2 notebooks. You don't want to get a gigantic notebook because then you got to get a gigantic music stand. So get 2 notebooks rather than one gigantic one. Pauline, have a great day. Thanks for being here. John, good to see you, buddy. So it is so pretty. I'll see you guys, most of you tonight. Lanny, have a great night. Lynn, see you later. Kat, thank you, Gary. You bet, Kat. Have a good time. Hey, Kat, you're probably getting back to school. Be careful down there. Mike, glad to see you back finally, bud. Good to see you again. Leslie, thanks for being here. Sandy, have a good night. See you tonight. Okay, guys, it's always beautiful and fun. Be safe. Don't listen to anybody. Just know it's not safe out there, and you're safe with you and your ukulele in your house. And I've had a couple friends that are starting to have issues, and we don't want you to be one of those issues. So stay out of trouble. I will talk to lots and lots of you tonight. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow, and got more cool tunes coming. So have a great day. Clay, thanks for being here, bud. All right, we'll see y'all later. Have a great night.